Hi, I'm Randy Hatcher, President of MAU Workforce Solutions in Augusta, Georgia. Here today to talk to you about the hidden cost of temporary workers. I've been in the temporary help industry since 1979, so I believe in it. Our largest part of our business is the temporary help business. And so what my real interest is today is to helping you get more value out of your temporary workforce. Over the years, one of the things that I've observed, especially with large international companies who utilize a large number of temporary workers, is there seems to be a lot of focus on the hourly bill rate. You know, what is the rate that they will get from a temporary help provider? And there are very complicated bids that go out, and the bottom line usually is, what's your bill rate? And whoever gets the lowest rate gets the business. So on one hand, I understand that because business is all about controlling your cost. On the other hand, I don't believe that the bill rate will necessarily reflect on your true experience of whether you've chosen the right service. So today, if you'll allow me just to share some of my reflections from the years, I believe there's a lot of inefficiency and waste in temporary help. And it occurs because when this compression occurs with the bill rate, how low can we get it? Well, more than almost 90% of the bill rate is made up of what it costs to hire a worker. So their payroll costs, their taxes, workers' compensation, all those things. It's about 90% of what you're paying in your bill rate. So if you're pushing down, if your company is pushing down on the bill rate, they're pushing down on the pay rate. Also, it doesn't really allow you to provide any benefits. So if you have a temporary service you're using and you're pushing on the bill rate, there's no way for them to provide any type of benefits. Consequently, what could this be doing to the workforce in your company? It could mean that you're bringing in a lower quality worker because the temporary service can't afford to pay the people enough money. Secondly, your turnover is higher and your absenteeism is higher. And my guess is your waste in your plant is higher. Unfortunately, sometimes companies can't measure that waste, but the average turnover in the temporary help industry could be as high as 20% a month. And when you look at the absenteeism, it could be as high as 4 or 5% a week. And those numbers are staggering. So I think it can sometimes paralyze a company, or maybe they hire more supervisors just to manage all of that inefficiency and that waste. So I'll give you some suggestions at the end on how you can address that. The other thing I see happening is what I call the development of a two-class system, the haves and the have-nots. So the temporary workers, they have these low pay rates, they have no benefits, and the full-time workers, they have the retirement programs, the major medical health care, they have the great pay scales, and they get reviews after 30 days or 90 days or a year. The temporaries get no reviews sometimes for years. So can't you imagine what happens every day when workers work side by side doing the same job, and one has and one has not? So that two-class system is something I think is not healthy in any company. So what can you do about it? And what I would suggest today is conduct a dual market valuation. That dual market evaluation involves two things, obviously. Number one, find out really what it takes for a temporary help company to hire the kind of worker that you need. They know what that number is. They'll tell you. And then negotiate your bill rate off of that. Ask them things like, do the people need some type of benefit? Do they need a better benefit than we're offering? What would that cost? Let them bring you a cost. And then at the same time, keep looking at the jobs that your full-time employees are working in. Because my guess is you have full-time employees working in jobs today that really do not add value to your company. I call them non-core jobs. But they're still important jobs. But you'd never think of handing those jobs over underneath the responsibility of a temporary help worker because they're too what? Unreliable sometimes. Inefficiency and waste. But if you get your pay rate up to temporaries, you give them some benefits, you can hire a better person, and maybe you can start moving your full-time employees in those jobs into higher valued jobs in your company. So I call that the dual market valuation. So I hope this has been helpful for you today. If MAU can ever help you design this type of program for your company, please call us, please contact us, and we'd love to be part of your solution. I'm Randy Hatcher, today inviting you to consider that the pursuit of new thinking each day keeps you in the business game. Have a great day.